Just a quick one. The other day I had a message from the EOD training school saying that I need to pass an online test before I can go. I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, no worries. Not a problem. The online test is understanding mine action standards. Or international mine action standards, which was cool. First time we did the test, I'll tell you right up front, I'm not going to lie about shit. I got 60%. I was like, oh, cool, that's right, fucking hell. Considering I didn't really understand most of it, because it's wording like them, no, shall, should, and may. Yeah, it's quite confusing with it, unless you understand every single mine action standard, which there are hundreds of. It's quite hard to actually fucking interpret the test. But anyway, yeah, so I went through, I did it a couple more times, went back through, read the whole fucking modules, well, about 30 modules all over again. This is just for the online test. Did the modules, and I ended up getting a pass at 70%, and then it showed me the answers that I got wrong. Ah, alright, cool. Okay, I've got the minimum requirement to get in. A little bit disappointed in that, to be honest, but again, it was quite complicated. So I thought, all right, have a look, see what these fucking results are. And on the results, some of the questions are multiple choice questions, and it says select. It's five answers. Select the correct answer or answers. Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. So obviously, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, well, if there's 5 answers on this multiple choice question, you're not going to select all 5. Turns out, no, you fucking have to select all 5. So yeah, I managed to get 2 of the questions were like that, and another one was just my misunderstanding of the question completely. My dumb ass, I'll admit it. But the other 2 questions I got wrong, so I would have had 90% on this test. Yeah, well, you had to select all the answers. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm going to have to look out for when I'm away. And the main thing I'm really worried about now is the academic side of things. Practicality and practical side of things, I don't think I'm going to have a fucking problem. So, and that is pretty much the first 2 weeks of the course is simple academics and going through and, as I've been told by a friend, go through a field with a set of scissors, checking for tripwires, and yeah, we're going to see. It's all going to be completely fresh and new, and it's scary as balls, to be honest with you. I'm 38, for fuck's sake. I should have done this 10 years ago. Yeah, the academics is what I'm scared of, basically. But yeah, this was just an update to let you know that there was a random test I had to take before I could actually do the course now. I've still got to fill out another 4 bits of paperwork, which is the next of kin, the specialty learning one, which I might put something on there just because I take things very literally. So when I'm looking at the tests, and like I said, when I failed that one, the other question, when I failed it was because I read the question too literally. And I've had that with Richard Stevens as well on his UXO or Cat UXO website, which is great for information, by the way. If you don't know about it, go to it. It's www.catuxo. It'll come up. But he does some good tests on there, and I did the EOD1 test on there, and there was it's a multiple choice answer, and it's like, which category does this fall into? And there's a high explosive 155 projectile there. And one of the answers, and it's supposed to be a category, so it should be a projectile, or it should be a mortar, or it should be a submunition, whatever. And I think one of the answers on the multiple choice was HE 155mm projectile, or 155mm, or something like that. And I put that instead of putting the projectile as well. So it's a lot of the academic things. I've got to really focus my brain on it and try and stop taking questions so literally. Well, I don't know if that's the right terminology for it, but that's how my brain's working with it. Hopefully it'll be alright. Guess we'll find out. Right, so I'm off then. Basically today's work again is going through the delivery that we had come in. We've basically been up to military mementos from a chap called Warren, and we've taken a lot of his stuff off him now. If you see this one, thank you very much, mate. I was very fair with my pricing with Chris, so I didn't take the piss in any way. I told him what I could sell it for, and if it was too expensive, how long it would take job lots to do. I like to be very fair. We're buying stuff in with people as well as when I'm selling stuff. I don't mind telling people what I paid, and on top of that, I really don't mind telling the supplier or the seller what I'm going to sell it for. So if he wants it for 50 quid and I think it's only worth 50 quid, I'm going to tell him, and if he wants to let me have it for 30 quid and then sell it off for 50, then I'll take it. But if not, you can carry on and try and sell it, because just be honest about things, and hopefully, well, it's worked well for me so far. Not well enough to have a fucking buy a house or anything, but I'm happy. I'm fed. I've got lots of hair, unlike some people.